The struggle is the point most people spend their lives trying to avoid the hard parts of life. They pray for comfort, search for shortcuts, and hope things will somehow get easier. But let me tell you the truth, it's not supposed to be easy. The struggle is the point. Think about it. If building muscle was easy, everyone would walk around with a six-pack. If running marathons was simple, everyone would cross that finish line. If discipline required no sacrifice, then success would be the standard, not the exception. The reason greatness stands out is because it is born from struggle. Without the weight pressing against you, there is no growth. Without resistance, there is no strength. Without hardship, there is no transformation. The gym is a perfect example. You walk in and you pick up heavy iron. At first, it feels unbearable. Your muscles shake, your body screams, and your mind whispers, "Why are you doing this?" That is the exact moment most people quit. They believe the struggle is a signal to stop, but the truth is, the struggle is proof you're moving forward. That pain, that burning, that weight you feel pressing against you, that's where growth begins. When you lift, you are literally tearing your muscle fibers apart. That damage, that breakdown, is necessary for them to rebuild stronger. Without the struggle, there's no change. The same principle applies to life. Every setback, every failure, every sleepless night, every early morning when you drag yourself out of bed, those struggles are not obstacles to your success. They are the very foundation of it. The reason the struggle feels heavy is because it is shaping you into someone capable of carrying more. You are not meant to stay the same. You are not meant to be comfortable. Comfort keeps you soft. Struggle forges you into steel. Comfort whispers, "Stay here, relax, take it easy." Struggle screams, "Get up, push harder, keep going." And if you listen to struggle, you will find your true strength. When you hit the treadmill and your lungs burn, when you load the bar and your arms tremble, when the sweat drips and the floor beneath you feels like quicksand, that's where champions are made. That's where discipline is born. That's where greatness takes root. You see, people think the reward is the goal, the trophy, the medal, the compliments, the transformation in the mirror. But that's not the true reward. The reward is the person you become through the fight. Because once you have endured the struggle, no one can take that from you. The body might change, the medals might fade, but the mindset forged in struggle becomes unbreakable. Every time you step into the struggle instead of running away, you prove to yourself that you are stronger than yesterday, and that proof becomes fuel. It builds confidence, it builds resilience, it builds a work ethic that no one can match. So stop asking for it to be easy, stop wishing for the pain to disappear, stop looking for shortcuts, lean into the struggle, because the harder the struggle, the greater the reward, the heavier the weight, the stronger the lifter. The tougher the fight, the greater the victory. Remember this, the struggle isn't something to avoid, it's something to embrace, because the struggle is the point. It's the fire that burns away weakness. It's the hammer that shapes discipline. It's the storm that reveals your true power. So the next time you feel the weight of struggle pressing against you, don't run, don't hide, don't quit, smile at it. Welcome it, because struggle is not your enemy. It's your greatest teacher, and if you embrace it, it will turn you into someone unstoppable. Pain builds strength. Pain is not the enemy. Pain is the signal that transformation is happening. Pain is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Without it, you stay the same. With it, you grow. Every time you push your body in the gym, pain is part of the process. Your lungs burn, your muscles ache, sweat pours down your face, and your heart pounds like a war drum. That's pain telling you, this is where change begins. Most people run away from it. The moment it gets uncomfortable, they stop. The moment it burns, they quit. But champions understand the truth. Pain builds strength. Think about the body. When you lift weights, you're not just moving iron. You are breaking your muscles down. Micro tears form in the fibers, and that hurts. But that very damage is what makes the muscle rebuild, thicker, stronger, and more powerful. Without that pain, there is no growth. If the workout feels too easy, it's not working. If you're not struggling, you're not building. It's the same with your mind. Mental toughness is not born in comfort. It's born in late nights when you're exhausted but you still show up. It's born in early mornings when the alarm rings and you want to sleep but you choose discipline instead. It's born in sacrifices, in denying yourself the easy path and walking the hard one. That mental pain, the pain of saying no to excuses, no to laziness, no to instant gratification, creates an unshakable mind. Pain also exposes weakness. It shows you where you're soft, where you're vulnerable, where you need to improve. That's why most people don't want to face it. It tells the truth. But if you can face the pain instead of running from it, you can turn your weaknesses into strengths. Every rep that hurts, every mile that burns, every sacrifice that cuts deep is carving you into a stronger version of yourself. Understand this: comfort will never build you. Comfort will only keep you the same. But pain will break you down so you can rebuild. Pain will test your will so you can strengthen it. Pain will force you to decide: are you someone who gives in or someone who fights through? The greatest athletes, the strongest warriors, the most successful people in any field, they didn't get there because life was easy. They got there because they endured pain longer than anyone else. They outlasted the discomfort. They embraced the suffering. They understood that on the other side of pain is power. And here's the truth: pain is temporary. It doesn't last forever. That workout will end. That run will be over. That burn in your muscles will fade. But the strength you gain, the resilience you build, the progress you achieve, that stays. That becomes a permanent part of you. So the next time you feel pain, don't fear it, don't avoid it, don't run from it. Step into it, embrace it, because that pain is proof you're alive, proof you're growing, proof you're moving closer to the person you're supposed to become. Yes, it hurts. Yes, it burns. Yes, it feels heavy. But that pain is your greatest ally. It's the tool that builds your body, sharpens your mind, and strengthens your spirit. Without pain, there is no strength. Without pain, there is no victory. Without pain, there is no greatness. So when the pain comes, and it will, remember this: don't run, don't hide, don't quit. Smile at it, because pain builds strength, and strength builds champions. Discipline over motivation. Motivation is a spark. It feels good, it's exciting, it gets you moving. But here's the truth: motivation is temporary. It comes and goes like the wind. One day you're fired up, ready to crush the gym, ready to eat clean, ready to chase your goals. And the next day you don't feel like doing anything. That's when most people quit. They think they need motivation to act, but champions know better. Champions don't depend on motivation. They depend on discipline. Discipline is what gets you up when you're tired. Discipline is what drags you to the gym when you don't feel like it. Discipline is what keeps you focused when distractions are screaming for your attention. Motivation might get you started, but discipline keeps you going. And in fitness, in life, in anything worth having, consistency beats intensity. Discipline beats motivation every single time. Think about it. You can watch 100 motivational videos. You can read 1,000 quotes. You can hype yourself up with music. But none of it matters if you don't have the discipline to show up when the hype is gone. The strongest people aren't the ones who only train when they feel inspired. They're the ones who train no matter what, rain or shine, tired or not, hungry or full, busy or free. They show up because discipline isn't about how you feel, it's about who you are. Discipline is a decision. It's deciding that your goals matter more than your excuses. It's choosing to do the hard thing instead of the easy thing. It's telling yourself, I don't care if I feel like it. I'm doing it anyway. That's what separates winners from losers. Losers wait for the right mood. Winners create the right habits. When you live by discipline, you stop negotiating with yourself. You stop giving yourself options. You stop letting emotions run your life. Motivation says, I feel good, so I'll work hard. Discipline says, I don't care how I feel, I'll work hard anyway. Motivation is a guest that visits sometimes. Discipline is the house you live in. Here's the thing. Discipline isn't glamorous. It's not exciting. It's repetitive, it's tough, it's boring at times. Waking up early, sticking to a meal plan, grinding through your sets, showing up day after day. It doesn't always feel good. But that's the price of progress. That's how greatness is built, one disciplined choice after another. And once you develop discipline, it becomes your superpower. You won't need to wait for the right mood, the right moment, the right spark. You'll move regardless. You'll push through resistance. You'll train when others quit. You'll be consistent when others are inconsistent. And that consistency will make you unstoppable. Because here's the truth. Results don't come from what you do occasionally. They come from what you do consistently, and consistency requires discipline. No excuses, no shortcuts, no waiting for motivation. Just showing up, putting in the work every single day. Motivation fades. Discipline lasts, motivation inspires, discipline transforms, motivation makes you start, discipline makes you finish. If you want real results, in the gym, in your body, in your life, stop chasing motivation. Build discipline. That's the foundation. That's the secret. That's the key. So the next time you say, I don't feel like it, remind yourself it doesn't matter. Your goals don't care how you feel. The weights don't care how you feel. The results don't care how you feel. Show up, put in the work, be disciplined, because in the end, discipline beats motivation every time. Excuses don't change results. Excuses are the comfort food of failure. They taste good in the moment. They make you feel better for a while. But in the end, they give you nothing. They don't burn calories. They don't build muscle. They don't change your body. They don't change your life. Excuses do one thing and one thing only. They keep you stuck exactly where you are. You can tell yourself, I don't have time, I'm too tired, my genetics are bad, the gym is too far, I'll start Monday. Those words might ease your guilt, but they won't change your results. Because the weights don't care about your excuses. The treadmill doesn't care about your excuses. Your body doesn't care about your excuses. Results only come to those who put in the work, period. Think about it like this. Every excuse you make is a brick. And every brick builds a wall between you and your goals. The more excuses you stack, the higher that wall gets, until one day you can't even see your dream anymore. You've buried it under layers of I can't, and I'll do it later. But the moment you stop making excuses, you tear those bricks down. You give yourself a clear path to victory. Excuses are lies. Lies we tell ourselves to stay comfortable. Lies we tell ourselves so we don't have to face the truth. The truth that we're capable of more. The truth that we're not giving our best. The truth that the only thing standing in our way is us. That's why excuses are so dangerous. They feel like reasons, but they're really just lies. If you want results, you have to kill your excuses. Kill them every morning when you don't want to wake up early. Kill them every night when you're tempted to skip the workout. Kill them when you're about to say, I'll start tomorrow. No, you start today. You start now because tomorrow isn't promised, and excuses don't lift weights. Excuses don't push you through cardio. Excuses don't sculpt a new body. Only effort does. Only action does. Only discipline does. Here's the reality. Everyone has obstacles. Everyone has struggles. Everyone has reasons why they could quit. But the difference between winners and losers isn't the presence of obstacles. It's the response to them. Losers use obstacles as excuses. Winners use obstacles as fuel. Losers say, I can't because of this. Winners say, I'll find a way despite this. The gym doesn't care if you're tired. Life doesn't care if you're busy. Success doesn't care if you're stressed. Results are earned, not explained. Excuses don't get counted. Only reps do. Only miles do. Only effort does. And let's be honest, no one remembers the excuses. No one says he didn't succeed, but wow, what a great excuse he had. No, People remember the results, they remember the transformation, they remember the perseverance. Excuses are forgotten, but results last forever. So the next time you feel an excuse creeping into your mind, stop yourself. Ask, will this excuse get me closer to my goals? Will this excuse make me stronger, leaner, faster, better? The answer is always no. Then drop it and do the work. Excuses don't change results. Only effort does. Only sweat does. Only relentless consistency does. You want a new body, earn it. You want strength, build it. You want change. Work for it. No more reasons, no more delays, no more hiding behind words. Stand up, take action, and prove to yourself that you are stronger than every excuse you've ever made. Sacrifice is the price of progress. Nothing worth having comes without a cost. Progress always demands payment, and that payment is sacrifice. You cannot transform your body, your strength, or your life without giving something up. That's the hard truth most people don't want to face. They want the results, but they don't want the sacrifices. They want the muscle without the soreness, the strength without the grind, the transformation without the discipline. But it doesn't work like that. Every rep you push, every drop of sweat, every clean meal you eat, every temptation you resist, that's sacrifice, and it's those sacrifices, stacked day after day, that create progress. If you want to level up, you must pay the price. The gym doesn't accept excuses as currency, it accepts only sacrifice. Sacrifice is waking up earlier than you want. It's skipping the late-night junk food when everyone else is indulging. It's choosing training over comfort. It's choosing water over soda, protein over candy, and discipline over laziness. It's leaving behind what's easy so you can step into what's powerful. That's the cost of greatness, and let's be real, sacrifice hurts. It's not supposed to feel good. It's supposed to stretch you, to challenge you, to pull you out of the shallow waters of comfort into the deep ocean of growth. But here's the beauty of it. The harder the sacrifice, the greater the reward. The more you give up, the more you gain. The stronger your discipline, the stronger your body, your mind, your spirit become. Look around. Everyone wants results, but not everyone is willing to sacrifice for them. That's why so many stay stuck. They're not ready to pay the price, but you're different. If you want to build the body, the mindset, the life you've always wanted, you must make peace with sacrifice. You must embrace it, even love it, because it is proof you're moving forward. Think about the champions. Do you think they became great by holding on to comfort? No, they sacrificed sleep. They sacrificed parties. They sacrificed their comfort zones. They chose discipline when others chose laziness. They paid the price over and over until progress became inevitable. That's the blueprint. That's the path. Sacrifice also reveals how badly you want it. If you're not willing to give something up, maybe your goals don't mean enough to you. Because when you're hungry for success, when you're desperate for change, you will let go of anything that holds you back. Comfort, laziness, excuses, they all get left behind. Sacrifice becomes fuel. Here's the truth. Your goals and your comfort cannot coexist. You have to pick one. If you choose comfort, you stay the same. If you choose sacrifice, you grow. And growth always feels better than comfort. Comfort feels good now, but it costs you later. Sacrifice feels hard now, but it rewards you later. You decide which life you want to live. So when it feels hard, when you're saying no to things you used to enjoy, when you're giving up ease for effort, remember, this is the price of progress. Every sacrifice is proof you're serious. Every sacrifice is proof you're moving closer. Every sacrifice is proof you're paying the price of greatness. Sacrifice is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. Cross it. Don't hesitate. Don't turn back. Don't let comfort trick you into settling. The life you want, the body you want, the strength you want, they all live on the other side of sacrifice. Pay the price, embrace the cost. Because sacrifice isn't punishment, it's proof you're building something greater than yourself. Earned, not given at the end of the day. You have to remember this. Nothing about this journey was ever supposed to be easy. It was designed to be hard. It was designed to test you, to break you down, to see if you have what it takes to rise back up stronger. That's the point. Growth doesn't come from comfort, it comes from struggle. Strength doesn't come from wishing, it comes from sacrifice. Progress doesn't come from excuses, it comes from relentless effort, day after day, no matter how you feel. Your sweat is the down payment. Your discipline is the contract, your consistency is the proof, and your results, the body, the strength, the mindset, those are the rewards, not given to you, not handed out, but earned. Earned with pain, with sacrifice, with focus, with grit. So when it gets tough, when it feels impossible, remind yourself, it's supposed to be hard, that's why it's worth it. Embrace the struggle, honor the grind, and keep pushing forward. Because the life, the body, the greatness you dream of are waiting on the other side of your effort. No excuses, no shortcuts, only work, only sacrifice, only progress.